like, Mum, I want a BBL. She's like, Myla, you're 13 years old.
No,
You're not even
fully grown. You can't even start your period.
Putting yourself first is the most important thing ever. And when you've managed to get that mindset, everything's all good. You're twin sisters, and I've got a 4-year-old sister. I would never want them to think like that ever. It's like, it actually physically makes me feel sick and makes me want to cry. I've literally changed myself, changed my whole looks. Just for a guy, and I'm not gonna lie about that. I have, because these ways just to get here,
how many frogs do I have to? How many frogs do I have to kiss before I kiss my prince? How many?
Tunnel vision for this guy. You don't see all the red flags coming.
The red flags are everywhere.
You just post a nice snap on my story. They
will.
Anything.
Any female that breathes air, they will give attention. Any girl that has hair on her head.
Stop.
A new wig, a bust down, extensions. Hi guys, it's Tashas and welcome back again to another episode of Talks with Tasha. And I'm back again, guys, with another video. As you guys know, I've got these episodes coming for you daily, so be ready, guys. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Also hit that post notifications so you're always notified whenever I post. And today I've got such a cute episode. We're doing a little girl talk, you know, glowing up, putting yourself first. You get it? Summer is coming, so let's make sure we glow up for summer. And what other better guests to bring than my good sis Myla?
Hi guys.
Right. Hi, Myla.
I'm excited.
I'm so happy to have you here. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
It's been a long time, like I've been.
A long time coming.
Yeah, a long time coming. And everybody, 100%.
Yeah, and everybody knows, like, we're so close. It's like, why haven't we done a podcast yet?
Because we can waffle for days, first of all.
Do you get it? Yeah. No, if we were sat
we can
here
have the
just
best
talking.
Conversations. Me and Tasha can literally talk about anything. So.
Exactly. And it just flows so naturally, doesn't it? Right.
Yeah.
So just introduce yourself, tell them a bit about you, what do you do, what do you study, and yeah.
So my name's Myla. I'm studying content production and I do presenting on Youth Choice.
Period. Yes, Myla. Right. So let's jump straight into it.
Let's go into it.
So what would you say, it's like a hard time for you where you've like, you know, got into a stage where you're getting like a bit depressed or like, you know, just feeling a bit down? What do you do to like kind of pipe yourself up and just remember, I am that girl.
I am that girl.
Like I am actually worth millions. Like we are actually those girls.
Yeah.
So how do you remind yourself of that in such a, you know, distracting world where everything is just so...
I think when I feel like that, I literally... First thing I do, take myself off social media. Get off my phone, put this away.
Why? Do you think social media...
I think that makes me feel even worse.
Really?
Like, if I'm scrolling Instagram, I'm seeing all these girls and stuff, like, feel like their life's so much better than mine. And I'm like, it just makes me feel down. So first thing I do, put my phone down. I will literally get up and read a book or something. Or actually go outside, because I feel like I spend so much time on my phone into other people's lives, and I actually don't focus on my life.
Exactly.
And then I'm like... I feel like I just overlook everything. I'm like, my life's actually all right. But because of social media, it's making me feel like it's not, if that makes sense. So I literally just have self-care days. With me, I love a spa day.
I really love a spa day. We need to go.
We actually do. We need to book it. We do.
Spa days are just so good for our mental health and just like
I feel like you're focusing more on yourself. You're not thinking about anything else. That's your day. That's your day to be yourself. Self-care days, you can't go wrong. Whether everyone's got a different like look of like self-care. For me, it's going to spa. Other people that might be doing a sport, your favorite hobby, reading a book, watching films all day, eating as much crap as you want. It can be anything. So anything you enjoy, do it.
Exactly.
And I love a spa day. I love to chill. So that's what I do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like you mentioned that social media was very toxic because we're in other people's lives. But I feel like that's all a facade as well, because growing up as like a coloured girl, as a mixed race girl in this generation, is like there's so much pressure on us. 100%, and it's always like, on my days, you have to reach this beauty standard and you have to look like this and you have to look like that. And it's like, you just got to love yourself. And it's so important to, like what you said, take a step back and just think about what you've actually achieved, because I feel like social media makes you forget. Like it distracts us so much from what we've actually done and how we've progressed so well, and then you start getting distracted. And it's like, you actually just need to put all your energy, because imagine all that energy we put into boys, relationships, everything that doesn't matter. into ourselves.
And then when you go through a situation, I don't know, for example, with a boy, and that's all finished with, and you're like, I do need to focus on myself.
Exactly.
I feel like everything bad bad things that happen to you, it always pushes us to like focus on yourself.
Exactly.
And it's like, it shouldn't be like this. You should be focusing on yourself all the time.
Exactly.
I always like to imagine, this is how my way of thinking about life. I'm the main character in my life. Everyone else is background characters. No matter if you're my mum, you're so close to me. She's so close to me. Yeah. But I'm still the main character kind of thing.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself, like, we're literally human beings. We're trying to keep, like, survive every single day. Like, whether eating good food and stuff like this, yeah?
Exactly.
So we're the most important people in our lives.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have our close friends and family and stuff. They're also important. Yeah. But yourself, like, your mental health, like, keeping you, like, trying to make sure, like, you're happy and stuff like that. It's hard. It's really hard at times. I'm not saying nothing's easy in this life. Like, it is hard, honestly. But putting yourself first is the most important thing ever. And when you've managed to get that mindset, everything's all good.
Exactly.
Not everything's all good, but you manage to get yourself through different situations in a positive way.
Exactly. Because you don't see it in a situation where it's like, oh, they have it and I don't anymore. You see it in a way where it's like, this is actually my life, and all that energy and all the focus is going on to me. Yeah. And like, you know, when you see beauty standards on social media and stuff, how do you deal with it? Like, let's say like boys will say this, my girl has to have like this and encouraging like BBLs and stuff and all of these like artificial things to make us feel empowered. How do you deal with that? Like,
I can't lie, it's always been hard. Like, I feel like I finished primary school, went to secondary school. In year 7, that's when I was like, I was never interested in boys. Like, even in like year 7, I think it was like about year 8, year 9, I was like, boys, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then like, I don't know, I feel like when I started like speaking to boys in that kind of way, then they will be posting all these things like, oh, this girl has to have like, and I was looking into it. I was like, right, I want a BBL. I was like, Mum, I want a BBL. She's like, Myla, you're 13 years old. You're not even like, you're not even
grown. You can't start your period. What are you doing?
But it shouldn't be like that. And I feel like this generation, like my mum was like back in her day, like she was born in like 80s or whatever. She used to have like a big bum and whatever. But in back in them days, it was the trend to be skinny. Like the trend.
Oh my days, yes.
And she used to get bullied from the boys because like she's a bit more bigger.
She was
And now it's gone backwards in this generation where if you're too skinny, then you're not pretty. If you're too big, you're not pretty. And it shouldn't be like that. And I feel like for young girls, like if I've got 8-year-old twin sisters and I've got a 4-year-old sister, I would never want them to think like that ever. It's like, it actually physically makes me feel sick and makes me want to cry because it shouldn't be like this. We're all humans at the end of the day. I like to think of it in a way like, imagine a world where there's no human bodies, we're just all souls. You're not going to be looking at, oh my God, look at her body and all this.
Exactly.
It's about your soul. That's me personally. And I feel like nowadays, like everyone's literally like, oh, I want to like look like this. I feel like so many girls, once they turn 18, they want to get their lips done. They want to get these things done.
As soon as.
At the end, I believe like if you want to have surgery or do anything that makes you feel good, not anyone else, go for it, sis. Go for it. But if you're doing it for other people, that I don't think that's right. And I think so many young girls, like, I watched a documentary the other day and it was this woman, and she had so many surgeries like when she was younger and stuff. And she's looking back now and she's like, I did love myself back then, but I felt like I had to love myself. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, she felt like she had to look a certain way for other people. And she looks back and she's like, I wish I regret so many things. Yeah.
Because it's so important to realise that you are actually perfect the way you are. You are. And so many of the time, like what you were saying, the trend was to have, skinny lips, you know, being skinny, being, you know, just petite. That was the trend. Now everyone body, wants to be... everything, big lips, 100%. Everything. And that's how it's going to be. I feel like it's going to keep on changing. 100%. I don't really...
Even like fashion trends and stuff. Like, everything's coming back. Even music. A few years ago, I don't know, no one was listening to like, I don't know, like say like garage house tech. No one was listening to that. But now it's all coming back, all the old songs coming back. That's what happens in life. And everything's going to keep changing. I think even some celebrities now, like they would have back in the day, like their lips done and everything. now everyone's getting them dissolved because they want to be more natural. Even this thing like clean girl makeup, everyone wants to look, no one wants to look full glam and have like smoky eyes and everything anymore.
Exactly. It's all changing. It's not popular, and it's just going to keep on changing. So why don't we just celebrate how we are now, so that no matter these changes and how they come and go. I think so many people nowadays are just like sheep, and it's not a bad thing to be, because you might feel like, well, if I'm different, it's just going to make me, I don't know, what's the word? Unique?
Yeah, but like you feel like the focus is on you because you're different. You're not like everyone else.
Oh,
but it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
What's the word?
The word.
I don't know. We'll
insert the word.
Yeah, we'll insert the word,
guys. It's okay. Yeah, but as you're saying, sheep. Carry on, elaborate on that, because I feel like, you know, in this generation, it's very much, I only want to do if she's doing it. I'm only going to go there if she's doing it. I'm only going to follow this trend if she's doing it. And it shouldn't be like that.
No, it shouldn't be like that. It
should very much be, oh my...
Right, I feel like if someone sees that someone's being authentic and being themselves, it makes them more attractive. It's like, they don't care what they're doing. They don't care about other people. They want to be themselves. You can tell when someone like loves themselves and not like too much and oh, look at me. But even if you are like that, that is not a bad thing.
That's a
good thing.
That's good.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. And now where I want to focus, because we've been talking a lot about focusing on yourself and being, your best self. But what happens when like you like a boy or you like somebody and you're seeking for the attention? How do you like kind of overcome that and stop like, you're posting for him or you're posting for her or whatever it is? Like your whole life, your personality becomes trying to get their validation. How do you stop seeking outside validation and just kind of like be okay with who you are? Because I feel like that's internal. I don't really think when you're seeking for validation, I feel like that's a lot of like how you feel, not even how you look. It's more like, oh my days, I really want this boy to like me. I really want to be taken out on a date. I really want to have somebody I can talk to. It's
quite hard because I've been like that in the past. Exactly. I've literally changed myself, changed my whole looks, just for a guy. And I'm not gonna lie about that. I have, because I thought I like them. I want to be like. I don't know. I think they didn't want me, but I wanted them. So I tried to like change to be like more their type or whatever.
Exactly.
But I don't know. With me, it's a different experience because I've gone through like bad relationships in the past and it's changed me to who I am now. I feel like because I've not spoken to any guys, I've taken breaks off social media and I've not made it like a perfect life, and I've actually just focused on myself and been myself. And I think once you're in that process, like, then you're good. Like, you know that you know your self-worth. It's hard to, and it's not the same for everyone.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
You learn it in, I don't know. People just, like, everyone's different at the end of the day. And my like, way of having self-love is different to other people. Like, the things I do is going to be completely to other people.
Yeah.
Completely different. But I think, I don't know. I think with me, like, I will do certain things. I'll change my routine. Like when I wake up in the morning, I will do different things like self-care to glow up and whatever you want to call it. Other people do the different things. But I think once you've like managed to gain that like mindset, that certain mindset, you're good. And if you can, then you'll be able to spot the red flags in a guy. Not like you was before because you was straight-minded, you was clear-minded, you was like...
Oh my days, have you heard that saying where it's like you don't realise how bad he was from you until he's not in your life anymore? Because when he's in your life, you're like, oh my days, this guy's so good.
You're all tunnel vision for this guy. You don't see all the red flags coming
the red flags are everywhere.
You're just tunnel vision.
And you don't see how bad...
you don't realise how like if something's toxic or not. And even if your friends, like my friends have always said, like, I've been in some bad relationships in the past and all my friends have been like, Myla, it's so toxic. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just always been like this. It'll always be like this.
It'll always be like this.
But coming out of that, I was like, bro, is this for real? Like, I was actually stuck. I felt like I was just stuck in a bubble. I couldn't get out of it.
Exactly.
And because I've always known a relationship to be like that, I would expect that. So when a new guy comes along and they're treating me like giving me princess treatment and everything, treating me all good, I'm like, I feel like it's like, I don't know, something fishy about it because I'm not used to it.
Because we're so used to settling.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
settling
100%.
as a girl is so deep because it's like we should know our standards. We should love ourselves enough to know that why are we waiting for this guy to message us back when we've been undelivered for 12 hours? And
we're worth so much more than that, but we don't realise, and we always put ourselves down for the most silliest things.
And then you're always thinking, is it always me? Like, why is it me? What have I done?
I will literally stop randomly crying. I'm like, it's always me.
No, literally.
People are in the same boat as me, but I always think, why is it always me? Why is it? It's not. It's not you.
It's them.
It's
and I feel like, you know, when people like ghost you and when they say things about you, it's never actually you. It's always them. It shows
it's always
their
insecurity
health.
Reflecting. Yeah.
It's always their insecurities reflecting, and it's just showing. Like, there's so many times where I've like spoken to like boys, and you know, you would even know because I would run to Myla. I would tell Myla first.
I would be giving her all the advice. Listen, the thing is, me and Tasha, she'd always give me the good advice. She'd never take it.
Oh yeah,
I always give Tasha good advice.
I'll never take it. And then we just both end up doing bad. We just mess up our lives. So it's like we don't need to.
No,
I remember there was even this guy that I was even like, I must have been talking to, and he just ghosted me.
And I was like, Tasha, right. Block him right now.
Block him. Don't. And what would Tasha do? No, I can't.
But then if it happened to me, I couldn't block them. I'm like, but I'm attached to them.
Exactly. And now I'm posting. And now I'm posting on my story hoping he sees it.
No.
God forbid.
We can't even.
God actually
but
forbid.
We're learning. At the end of the day, you're still growing every single day.
Exactly.
We're growing.
Exactly.
And we're going through hitting all these curbs and stuff.
Exactly.
But it'll all come to a good place. We'll end up being in a good situation with a guy, and we're thinking, I've had to hit all of these rates just to get here.
How many frogs do I have to? How many frogs do I have to kiss before I kiss my prince? How many? Because right now there's too many, and I'm not getting through.
I'm not liking it.
Exactly. And it's like, it's good to like take a step back from a situation and just, I feel like that healing process is really important.
The healing process is beautiful. I love it.
I love it. I love when it's like, right, now it's all about me. It's not me against this other girl. It's not me against this ex. No. It's not me against the girl that took over me. No. It's me against me. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones doing everything for ourselves.
Even sometimes when I'm talking to a guy, it sounds stupid, but sometimes I'm talking to a guy and then I'll get ghosted or whatever, or something will happen, and I'm like, great, you've just forced me to go back into the healing process, but I like it because I'm growing each time, and I'm like, I love it.
I love it. It's like you've just made me want to become better.
Yeah,
you just basically made me glow up.
If I'm going for a breakup, I'm always like the worst person. Like, I'll cry, whatever. You know what I mean? What we do in a breakup, but a couple months after that. It depends how long you take to heal, but a couple months after that, then I start glowing up. But then if I meet a new guy and then I get like, I don't know, if we break up or whatever, then I'm like, oh, I'm going to glow up again.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Yeah. It's like, all of this is like a lesson, and it's like it's teaching us little things. And one of my biggest
all these little things will come to a big thing, and it will
like I look at myself last year, I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I settle for that? Why did I lower my boundaries so much for bare minimum? And it's like, I've learned so much now, and me next year is going to look back at Tasha this year and it's going to be like, Tasha, you've actually accomplished so much and you've come through so much. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many boys we talk to, how many boys we have on our snap, how many boys we pop up to, because boys will pop up to anybody. Let's be real.
Don't, honestly.
Boys will pop any female that breathes air. They will give attention. Any girl that has hair on her head, a new wig, a bust down, extensions. Any female, blonde, brunette, braids, back, no back.
Anything.
They even say they won't go for a girl with no back, but they would. Like, they literally go for anything. So when you're getting...
Don't make me start ranting, Tasha, please.
Oh, stop! That's why we're here. It's now or never. Because it's so bad. And it's like, they would be like, oh, you know, my girl has to be like this and my girl has to be like that.
But what about you? What about him?
What about you? What are you bringing to the table?
Can he even keep up with normal hygiene?
What does your room look like, first of all? Because I know if I go in there, it wouldn't be
Can you even cook? Can you even do your own washing? Can you even wash pots?
Do you take care of yourself?
No.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job? Do you have, what is it called? A stable job, stable 9 to 5.
No.
How are you making your money? How are you bringing money here?
No,
we're
not even going to go there because
that's a whole new
episode of a podcast.
That's a whole other episode. That's when they hit 100
Yes.
likes and we do the part 2.
Yeah,
that's what
the
that
part
episode
2 is coming.
The part 2 will be coming.
Yeah,
but from this episode, let's just give like some advice, right? To like the girlies out there who are just like insecure. They don't really know what to do with themselves right now. They're in like a bad position.
Yeah.
Just give advice to them. How would you, what would you say to help them overcome like this bad season and depression? And they're waiting for that boy to reply. They're getting over that breakup or whatever. They feel ugly. Like a real glow up. Summer is coming.
Summer is coming. I think there's no right or way, like right or wrong way at the end of the day. As I said earlier, like, the healing process, people can do different things to heal in different ways.
Yeah.
With me, all I'm going to say is, if you're getting treated badly, cut him off. It's 100%. Easier said than done, but do it.
It's so
Coming
hard
from me,
to do it.
I've had so many experiences when I've just kept them because I'm like, maybe they're going to reply. Maybe they're going to, like, maybe if I change my looks, like, they'll be right. Yeah. Maybe if I post a nice snap on my story, they'll will. Don't do it, honestly. Don't embarrass yourself because that person will be out there. They will.
They will.
I know you think at the time, it's him. They always come back. They always do. They always will. They will.
They always come back.
So at the end of the day, if you can't cut him off, don't them. But don't give him your time of day. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
If he's leaving him delivered for 6 hours, leave him on delivered for 12 hours.
Period.
Maybe even 24.
24. Maybe even 48.
I'll count on, but I'm bad at maths, but that's a different subject.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah.
But do things that you love, whether that's going to the gym.
Exactly.
Having a little jog around the block.
Exactly.
Even connecting with nature. I feel like a breakup or a guy always forces me to go back and like loving nature and stuff. Yeah, I love it.
I love just going outside.
Take a breather. Get off your phone.
It's like, get off that social media.
Open your curtains. Open your windows.
Period.
What else?
Have a look outside. Breathe the fresh air. Yeah. Enjoy what's around you. Get off your phone. Turn that phone off.
Turn it off.
Stop looking at that message. He's not going to reply today.
He's not.
And he's not going to reply tomorrow. But that's fine. Because you've got yourself. And as long as you've got you, nobody else can push you around or make you want to do things you wouldn't want to do.
Exactly.
Period. And yeah, like for me to give advice too, I would basically say it's the same thing Myla said. Like really invest in you. Yeah, because at the end of the day, in this life, it's not about anybody else. And I feel like in this generation, a lot of people think, oh, my days, it looks so much better to be in a relationship. But nobody cares. No. Because I feel like anybody can get in a relationship. Boys, like we said, boys will literally date anything. It's not about being pretty or not. Like being pretty doesn't mean you're in a relationship. Even if you've got a banging
personality, no. Even if you're gorgeous girls,
the most gorgeous girls, beautiful girls are still single.
You'll meet the one. I feel like at this age, like everyone's maturity levels are either going up or dropping down.
Everybody's
it's in between.
And so I feel like everybody's not like some people are just
wait. You're gonna meet that one.
Yeah.
Live your best life. It's summer's coming, girls. I'm not hot girl summer without
all of these men. I can't wait.
Yeah, but hot girl summer without saying, hot girl summer. Hot girl summer is having a good time with my friends, going to nice restaurants, cocktails, bottomless brunch, getting my nails, my toes turned, lashes.
When my nails are healed. Yeah.
That's a different conversation, guys.
Guys, my nails actually got infections. Like it's actually bad, but it's fine. It's healing.
Don't get acrylics, girls, and don't leave them on for 5 weeks. But that's a different conversation. God, we've got so many podcast episodes to go, and I'm excited for this.
After this, we'll start planning the list, right? I've got 2 more weeks left in this college. We're gonna film at least 2 more. We'll do it. This has been so good.
Oh, I've enjoyed this.
This is good. It's so sad we have a time limit because I know people are coming in here in like a minute, so we need to wrap up.
But
it's been such
lovely.
a good episode.
Thank you for having me on here.
Thank you for coming on it.
Honestly, I could talk with Tasha all day.
We could actually talk all day, and I think this podcast we've done so well. Yeah. Because the fact that I've managed to sum up. We've not had a proper prep. Like, it was just so natural, and I love natural podcasts. I feel like they flow better.
It's more genuine, more authentic, and
exactly. I feel like it's gonna resonate really well with the audience. Our relationship and this whole podcast is gonna it's gonna do well.
I think it's gone really good.
It has.
Thank you for having me, Tasha.
Thank you for coming on the pod.
Thanks, girl. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notifications so you're notified every single time I post. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next episode. Bye, guys.